I'm just passing through.
Folks don't tend to pass through Pottsfield.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 darkest kids' cartoons. For this list, we'll be looking at animated shows aimed at young audiences that regularly dealt with unsettling or serious subject matter. What do you think is the darkest kids show? Are there any we missed? Let us know in the comments below. Number 10. Teen Titans. Although Teen Titans focused on DC's younger superheroes, the show wasn't afraid to talk about mature themes. Every member of the group struggled with at least one complex issue. The alien Starfire overcame prejudice and stereotypes.
There are those on other planets who feel Tamaranians are inferior. Truck is what they call us.
After Robin fought the vicious Slade, the hero fought the villain's ghost in an episode that was a metaphor for post-traumatic stress disorder.
I've been fighting Slade for so long. I guess it's hard to just let it go. But sometimes I feel like I'm the only one still looking for him. The only one who can stop him.
The Titans even had to fight Raven's twisted father in a climactic episode that directly discusses death and features a ton of disturbing imagery.
The Earth is mine.
While the show sounds dark, its ability to incorporate humor and action kept this superhero adventure from getting too grim. Number 9. Invader Zim. This kid's cartoon about an alien constantly tiptoed the edge of being a full horror. Invader Zim's unique animation style already seemed a little freaky and weird, but the show often crossed the line when the little green guy tried to conquer Earth with unsettling plans of full body horror. One of the most notorious examples comes from the episode Dark Harvest.
You're full of organs, aren't you?
Why, yes. Yes, I am.
And you wouldn't notice if you were, say, missing a few?
Probably not.
When the alien Zim wanted to get human organs to fit in better, he borrowed some from whoever's nearby. As his body gets more horrifying to look at, victims have their organs replaced with random items. It's hard to believe Invader Zim episodes like this were allowed to be shown to younger audiences.
This has to stop!
I'm afraid I don't know what you're talking about.
Look at you! You've gone too far!
Number 8. Gravity Falls. After the Pine Twins travel to spend some time with their grunkle Stan, they discover that there's lots of strange things lurking around Gravity Falls.
Hey, look what I can do! Deer teeth! For you, kid!
The creatures and characters that inhabit the local area can be really terrifying. We still have nightmares about the unsettling forms the shapeshifter twisted itself into before Dipper literally gave it the axe. Unfortunately, that scary creature doesn't hold a candle to Bill Cipher. This demon had no problem possessing bodies or openly declaring that he'll slay whoever he wants in the falls. With characters like these, it's no mystery why you might want to watch Gravity Falls with lights on.
What crazy thing do you want anyway? To eat my soul? To rip out my teeth? Are you gonna replace my eyes with baby heads or something?
Yeesh, kid, relax! All I want is a puppet!
Number 7. Adventure Time. On the surface, this show is just a light-hearted fantasy adventure about Finn and his dog Jake fighting the evil Ice King and other baddies.
No more nice. Now you get ice! Try watching those tapes with frozen eyeballs!
But as the series continues, the characters deal with increasingly complex situations. We learn that the wacky Ice King was once a normal guy whose crown caused him to slowly lose his memories and sanity.
Just watch over me until I can find my way out of this labyrinth in my brain and regain my sanity. And then maybe Betty, my princess, maybe you will love me again. Please love me again, Betty.
At one point, we watch the happy-go-lucky Finn lose an arm in a visceral and dramatic incident, and we could go on for hours about why the Lich King is one of the most terrifying villains in Western animation.
You are strong, child. but I am beyond strength. I am the end. And I have come for you, Finn.
While the lands of Ooh Finn lives in can be a charming place, he and his friends often took really dark turns. Number 6. Infinity Train. Infinity Train is a fantastic show with vibrant art direction and concepts that will engage audiences of all ages. The titular vehicle also stopped many times to cover mature territory. While characters have been on the train, they've unpacked issues about divorce, morality, and serious trauma. Audiences had to watch beloved beings meet tragic ends in several emotional episodes. There's also a character known as Mirror Tulip, aka Lake, who had to find her life's purpose while trying to avoid being shattered to pieces.
What did you think would happen if you were allowed through the exit? You just go out into the world with your metal skin and your magic gear and what? High school? Prom? College?
Her dangerous and existential crisis alone was full of heartbreaking moments that raised questions that even adults would find hard to answer. Riding the Infinity Train will take children on an adventure that veers into truly complex places.
Teamwork begins with two people trusting each other. But you're no person.
Number 5. Steven Universe. Steven Universe had a lot to unpack with a therapist by the time the beloved and layered series ended. While the adorable animation will pull new viewers in, images of Steven turning into a Cat Cronenberg monster might throw them off.
Steven, that is freakish.
No, it's not. It's natural. Shake it out. See?
Whoa! Outside of body horror, we learn that each character carries heavy baggage underneath their gems. Even the extremely composed Pearl constantly copes with abandonment issues and depression due to the loss of her friend Pink Diamond. Another gem named Lapis had trouble trusting others after being imprisoned and thrown into a toxic relationship.
Lapis!
Can't you see? I can't stop. Not for a second. Don't look for me. I don't want your help, but just let me do this for you!
And as Steven grows up, he's forced to make complex moral decisions and deal with his own mortality. The longer you spend with the crystal gems, the more serious things got.
There you go again. Do you understand why you defend their flaws? I know why, Pink. You like surrounding yourself with inferior gems.
Number 4. Avatar: The Last Airbender. We had a feeling a show set during a global war would be more mature than your average cartoon. But Avatar: The Last Airbender shocked us with how willing it was to show heroes dealing with everything from the loss of one person to the destruction of an entire culture.
Gyatso.
Hey, Aang, you find my dinner yet? Aang, I wasn't really gonna eat the lemur, okay? Oh, man.
Although you'd think these events would make viewers completely despise the villains, we felt bad for antagonists like Zuko, who struggled with trauma and harsh childhoods.
You will learn respect, and suffering will be your teacher.
I looked away.
And when the show wasn't tackling these issues, it could dive into pure nightmare fuel imagery. Watching Ko the Face Stealer do exactly what his name implied still leaves us shaken today. Avatar's sequel series The Legend of Korra also became known for combining heavy themes and startling imagery.
It will be just like the good old days.
Number 3. The Ren and Stimpy Show. Sometimes it feels like 90s Nickelodeon was trying to freak you out as a child. In Rocko's Modern Life, we saw a character nearly expire and visit, heck. And Cat Dog was known for putting its main character in the middle of skin-crawling situations. But by far the most disturbing of the bunch was the Ren and Stimpy Show. It was a deranged black comedy full of brutal slapstick and really adult jokes.
The Muddy Mud Skipper Show is brought to you by Gritty Kitty Litter.
And since the illustrations drew a lot of scenes with excessive amounts of detail, the show was full of shocking and disgusting imagery. It's no wonder the boundary-pushing show eventually got a reboot that was firmly and exclusively for adults.
Hey, Skippy. Give me a drag on that thing.
Number 2. Batman the Animated Series. If you're talking about dark kid shows, you can't forget about the Dark Knight himself. As Batman traveled through Gotham, he came across twisted and sympathetic characters. He met an actress who started losing touch with reality because she was unable to traditionally age.
Now I'm baby for good and everyone will love me again. Hugs, hugs!
The Heart of Ice episode dived into Mr. Freeze's tragic history with his ill wife.
I can only beg your forgiveness and pray you'll hear me somehow. Someplace where a warm hand waits for mine.
And occasionally, Batman would question his own sanity. The grim tone this show set would pave the way for series like The New Batman Adventures to tackle subjects around death, and it also allowed Batman Beyonds to feature more scenes of body horror. Without the Dark Knight's original series, animated superhero offerings might not have become so mature. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. The Powerpuff Girls. The bright colors can't cover up the mature parts of this cartoon.
It's your fault, your fault, your fault.
The Animals of Farthing Wood. A kid's show that was not modest about offing its characters.
Don't curl up.
Please.
Whatever you do, dearest, don't curl up.
The Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack. Prepare for regular doses of nightmare fuel.
I think I know what you want.
String!
Oh.
Over the Garden Wall. Two half-brothers experience weird and dark scenarios.
Hold on, everybody. Let's not jump to any conclusions.
Samurai Jack. This samurai is no stranger to scary and scarring events.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Courage the Cowardly Dog. It almost felt like this award-winning kids show had a special talent for freaking its viewers out.
Please have mercy on us. We're a poor farm family. We'll try harder. We will.
All right. You have until midnight to grow something.
Each misadventure this fearful little mutt and his owners went through was almost guaranteed to disturb you. In one episode, a man with an obsession with shaving animals constantly torments Courage.
And oh, such fuzz, it does demand that I be naughty.
The little dog also stared into disturbing faces like a ghost head that was too focused on planting. And every single Courage fan remembers where they were when that disturbing blue being appeared in one of the dog's nightmares.
You're not perfect.
We don't blame the pink pup for screaming his lungs out in every episode. Since we still get scared watching the series, it will probably stand the test of time as one of the darkest kids shows ever.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.